how are we? Finally, I'm doing my YouTube. Finally, it's been a hot minute. I've been saying I wanted to do it. I'm going to promote it. And today is the day I'm going to record this video. I've done this video about 4 times already, but today is the day I do the video. Any questions about this drawer, it will not shut. Do not ask me today. It's not gonna shut. So I'm Marnie, I'm 23, I live near Luton. I don't really want to be out my area, but I live near Luton. I've got a 4-year-old and I've got a 1-year-old. Got a partner of nearly 9 years. And I'm basically an orphan. Basically, so yeah. Stay tuned with me if you like me and my vibe. Subscribe, share the video, like the video. Do whatever the YouTubers say. Do all that. Today, I'm going to be talking about how I met my partner and how I got pregnant at 17 because I'm an idiot. Met Kieran in 2013. We started year 7 together in a school called Norfolk High. We started in the school together and we was like them kids that were just like teasing each other for being like, yeah, we were just flirting in it. So we knew each other when we was like 11. That's how old you are, isn't it? Year 7, 11 years old. So yeah, it was on and off from then. And then come 2016 now, we decided to get together in the summer because we had friends, like our friends were friends with each other, and then that's how we got back together. We were together the whole summer, and then we broke up 2016 summer, got back together 2016 November, and he came to my house and he came upstairs, asked me out. I said yeah. And we were together for a long time. Well, we still are, but together for a long time. Come August now, August 2019, we went on a break. I think it was just like the pressure of like a relationship. I don't know why we even had a break. I can't remember the details of it, but we went on a break. I'm gonna do my hair and makeup. I don't know why I'm doing this about doing makeup. Hold on. 2019, we broke up, August. I actually don't know what it was over. Like, I couldn't even friggin' tell you what it was over. I just know that we've had a break. We broke up. Come August now, it's now Carnival. Everyone's doing up the Carnival. Notting Hill Carnival. Everyone knows about Notting Hill Carnival. Literally everybody, like, that's the go-to, right? So, Notting Hill Carnival, he messaged me and he was like, oh, let's go Notting Hill. And we've always been friends in it. But I just said, you know what, cool, we'll go. So we went. And then, hold on, this ain't even. So we went to Notting Hill Carnival. And we got very drunk. We was, what, 17? We got very drunk, very intoxicated off of a certain plant. Can you get intoxicated off a plant? Or is that just using the terms of alcohol? Either way, we was off dirt grass, innit? Like, we was on the grass. And we went home and we did the do. We did the do. A few weeks after, my mother kicked me out of the house. Due to just me not being that perfect daughter. Basically, I think it was down to me not just being the perfect daughter. I'll be so real. Like, she had inner demons inside of her that made her. She'll sit there and like tell her friends she don't hate me, but she blatantly fucking does. So there was that. Yeah, she kicked me out due to the fact of like I wouldn't look after my siblings, or I wouldn't do the housework and shit like that. So she just kicked me out. So that was done and dusted. When she kicked me out, she went to Peterborough to go be with my nanny and granddad. For some stupid reason, like she always said, like once I left the house, I didn't leave, I got kicked out, but once I was out the house, she would move back to Peterborough. But I always had a spare key, so she didn't move out, she just went up there for a break. And I had the spare key, and in order for me to get a job or anything, mind you, I was living at Kieran's mum's house. So in order for me to get a job or anything, I needed my birth certificate, or for me to sign on or anything like that, I needed my birth certificate, right? So I went home, back to my mum's, to get my birth certificate, and lo and fucking behold, the whole house was just trashed. Like, it's like there was squatters living in the house. Like, the house was just fucked. And I'd never seen the house like that before. Like, it was just crazy. So the house was just mash up, and me and Kieran are rummaging through all of this rubbish, all of this stuff that's like they're trying to get rid of. We're rummaging through all of it, just trying to find this birth certificate. And we eventually get bored of looking. We're just chilling out because we came all the way from like the other side of London just to come here. So we got a bit bored, and Kieran sat down and he was watching his YouTube. I think he was watching two guys, I think they're called Two Sync or something. He was watching Sync. And I went upstairs to try and look for this birth certificate in my mum's room, which was my mum's room when I left, when I got kicked out, but my room for a short period of time. So as I'm going in the room, it's all my stuff. Like, my brother's raided half my stuff. Like all my tracksuits and stuff, they've been raided and what have you. I went in there and I saw a pregnancy test. I saw the pregnancy test, and I took the pregnancy test. I just need to get this out my eyes. I took the pregnancy. What is going on with this makeup? Why can't I do makeup today? I look dead. Do you know what, Bunnies? I'm not even doing the makeup today. I'm just pissed off. I'm talking now. Anyway, so I find this pregnancy test, right? Because me and Karen at this point, we've been together for what, 4 years. There's going to be pregnancy scares. Like, we was having sex unprotected the whole time. Like, don't take anything as advice. Like, please wear protection. Please have protection. Go on the pill and shit. But I was never on the pill. I never believed in all of that. And then on top of that, he was never wearing anything, so it just, yeah. So there was pregnancy scares. And then during these pregnancy scares, obviously they were all negative. So I thought, you know what, while the test is here, let me just take the test. Let me see what the test says, right? Like, let me see what's up. So I went to the toilet and I took the test, and I shit you not, I didn't even have to wait like 10 minutes or 5 minutes as they tell you for this test. I literally peed on the stick, wiped myself, picked up the stick, and it literally had 2 lines. I was like, what on earth?
Yeah, what is that?
What on earth? Like, what the and it was like a moment of like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I'm 17, I'm homeless, I'm literally coming back here to get a birth certificate to prove that I can work. Like, it's just fucked. Like, I was saying to myself, nah, like, you know, like, the feeling I had when I found out I was pregnant, my belly sunk. Like, I literally cannot shit you. Like, my belly went woof. Like, it was just fucked. It was just mash. And then I went downstairs, told him, no, I went downstairs crying. I said, Kieran, I'm pregnant. He said, what? I said, yeah, Kieran, I'm pregnant. He was like, nah, you're lying. Because back in the day, I will be honest. Back in the day, I used to joke around and take ovulation tests and prank him with it. Yes, it's my fault, but I did it. And he didn't take it seriously until he saw my face. And I was just crying and crying and crying and crying. And he picked it. I threw the test at him. So he's on the sofa. I threw it at him. He's picked it up, looking at it, and he goes, huh. Puts it back down, goes on his phone. Then he looks back at me, he realises I'm really upset. So now he's panicking and he's like, oh shit, like, what are we gonna do? And I said, what are we gonna do? What do you mean? Like, keep it a bit. Well, no, I never said that, but that's what I was thinking, because I didn't like want to do that to myself. Like, nah. So we went home on the train. The whole way home we were just silent. We were sitting on, like, you see how like on a tube you've got the 2 chairs, so you got chairs going this way and chairs going that way. He was sat on this chair, I was sat near the exit of the track. We're far apart from each other, not talking nothing, like, we're just vexed. And then we get home, I run into the bedroom and I put the pregnancy test underneath the bed, because I'm like, nobody's gonna know about this. Bear in mind, I'm living at his mum's house, so while I'm doing, I feel like I still got makeup on my face. I do. Yeah, so she's made me food, yeah, his mum's made me food, and I'm not even trying to eat it. I literally, like, I was like, no, I'm not touching this food. I can't do it. I cannot touch this food. So I just like scrape the food to the side to make it look like I ate it. To make it look like I ate it, and then I put it in the bin, said thank you, put the remainder in the bin, went to bed. Was thinking about it for time. Like, I was like, what am I supposed to do? He was freaking out. He was like, don't tell my mum, don't tell my mum. Whatever you do, do not tell my mum. And I thought, nah, I need to tell a responsible adult. And it ain't gonna be my mother, because she ain't responsible, number one. And number two, she hates my guts right now, so I ain't gonna tell her. I ain't telling her. So 2 days go by now, me and him are kind of like off with each other. Like, we don't know what to do. We don't know what position we're in. Like, we don't actually understand it. Like, we're just like, I tell his mum in the end. I pulled his mum to the side. Can I speak to you? She said, that's fine. My period's late. And she was like, what do you mean your period's late? Like, what do you mean? Like, where is it? And I said, I'm pregnant. She was like, show me. So I showed her, and she didn't believe me at first. Well, I don't think she believed me at first. And then obviously, Kieran's mum told Kieran that I knew, and Kieran went mad at me because he told me not to tell nobody. And then his mum called my mum and just said, like, listen, Marnie's pregnant. What are we going to do about it, sort of thing. Like, what's going on? What's what? My mum was livid. My mum was livid. And then she drove from Peterborough to come pick me up in London. And that whole drive, like, the whole time I got told she's driving to come and get me, I genuinely thought it was going to be my last days on this earth. I genuinely thought she was going to take me from this earth. I was over it. Because you know their mum, when they're like, oh, if you come home pregnant, it's raps. Like, if you come home and you're pregnant, you're going to get beat. Like, that was my mum. Like, my mum was like, no, we're not having no teen pregnancies around here. Which, unfortunately, I was a victim to. So, and then she come pick me up. On the whole drive home, the worst thing, the whole drive to Peterborough, my mum made me sit in the front seat. She's the driver and her friends in the back. And I'm sitting there, like, ready on go. Like, I got my hand on the handle. If she tries to put a fast one, I'm throwing myself out. Like, I'm not receiving no beating for this. I'm not. But she was fine. She was calm, she was collected. She's like, what are your next steps? What do you want to do? Think about it carefully. She was actually really understanding, which is very crazy from a woman that kept me out of my own house, right? I spent a few days down in London, Peterborough. I don't know where I'm getting London from. I stayed a few days in Peterborough, and me and Kieran worked out what we're going to do. And we decided we was going to get a abortion. And then we come to that agreement, went down, I went back to London. My mum wasn't impressed at all. She just basically said, like, yo, like, if you want to do this, then you do this. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So a few more weeks went by, the abortion was booked, everything was on the go to go ahead with the abortion. But one morning I woke up, and I woke up really early. It must have been around 6, because the appointment was at 8 in the morning. Like, I was booked and ready to go. Booked it. And then, booked it. And then one day I just woke up and said, no, I'm not going. I'm not going. Like, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go. I'm not going. So, obviously, his dad's in the car, heating up the car, because it's winter now. I think it's like November at this point. I found out in October. This is November. So, November now. And he's heating up the car because it's cold. His mum's like, are you getting up, Marnie? What are you doing? Sort of thing. And I just said, yeah, no, I'm going to stay. So she shuts the door. His dad comes inside, and we just literally, I don't think we spoke for a good, like, 2-3 hours until Kieran woke up. Kieran was mad at me, but it was my decision. So it was both our decisions, but ultimately it was mine. And I decided to keep the baby because it's my pregnancy, my body, my choice. Right? It kind of a shock for a lot of people, but a lot of people was expecting this sort of thing because we've been together since the start of time. We've been together for ages. We're literally like Bonnie and Clyde. So yeah, it made sense. So yeah, everybody was just like, you know, like, congrats, congratulations. Like, what are we supposed to say? What are we supposed to say? So they were all fine. That telling his little sister. We told his little sister. His brother already knew because I told his little brother. And then more family started to know. And then by the time comes, we booked the early gender scan. So the the 18th, what am I on about? The 18-week scan, we booked here and we did a little gender reveal, and it turns out he was a boy. What? Yeah! Mason! So, went through the pregnancy, 20-week scan. We went to just confirm he was a boy, because I didn't want them to get it wrong. So he definitely was a little boy. He wasn't shy about letting us know he was a little boy either. But he was a little boy. And the pregnancy was quite easy. Like, I craved savoury stuff. Like, the common symptoms of being pregnant with a boy, I craved everything. I craved mashed potato, gravy, cheese. Oh, to this day, me and cheese go together real bad. Nobody can tell me nothing about cheese. I'll eat mature cheddar. Listen, mature, mild, medium, Cathedral City. I'm eating everything. Red Leicester, everything getting yum, yeah. There was also like texture things as well, like, you know, like a flannel. Yeah, I don't even have a flannel near me, but a flannel, and you put water in it and you squeeze it. But I never used to squeeze it, I used to bite it and the water would just run. That was one of my cravings. I craved it. Like, it wasn't actually like a physical eating crave. I wouldn't drink the water, but it was just that feeling. After the 20-week scan, we decided we wanted to move. I think it was COVID. COVID just dropped. Boris said, oh yeah, you fuckers can stay inside, you know what I mean? He said, you fuckers can get fucked, you're staying inside. So we thought, cool, like, perfect opportunity to move. So we moved to where I am now. We moved here. Not here, but the area. We moved here. And then just carried on with pregnancy, literally like going on daily walks, queuing outside Tesco's. Actually, queuing outside Tesco's, when I was pregnant with him, I actually was lining up in the queues. So remember COVID, everybody used to line up in these queues to go into Tesco's because there was like a restriction on how many people could actually go in. I remember I was waiting, and we were even inside the shops, there was queues to go, but the queues were like 2-meter queues. So the queue would just wrap around the whole shop. So as I'm waiting in the queue, it's hot, it's May, I'm heavily pregnant, and I just collapsed. I literally collapsed in the middle of Tesco's. You got his mum screaming. You got him saying, oh, she's pregnant, somebody come help her.
Help me! Help me!
She's pregnant. So everyone was just, yeah. And after that, I found out I'm anemic. I have anemia, so great. Anyways, so we get to the 1st of June now. So this was after my fall. I go to the hospital and they say, oh, your placenta's like the placenta ain't working to help the baby, basically. I don't know what it's called. If anybody knows the scientist word for it, let me know, because I actually don't know. I was 18 now. I didn't really know the terminology, but as far as I'm concerned, the placenta stopped working, basically, and they wanted to induce me as quick as possible. I found this at 1st of June. So when the 1st of June came, I was sitting there and I was shitting bricks. Mind you, it's COVID, so you can only have one person in the delivery room. If you know, when you're pregnant, all you want is your mum. Like, you want your partner, but you want your mum, because your mum is your safe space. Do you know what I mean? So I wanted my mum, but I wanted my partner there because I didn't want him to miss the birth of his baby. So I just firmed it and said, Mum, you can't come. Like, it's literally just Kieran, you can't come. So I was in the hospital 2 days before they actually properly induced me. So they put me in a room full of all these other mums, and they're all in the same thing as me. They put the gel inside me 3 times, and it didn't bring on it didn't dilate me quick enough. Like, it wasn't doing anything. So I went on there the 1st. They stopped all the gels on the 2nd. Come the 3rd, now I've woke up, and they said, no, is it the 3rd or the 4th? No, it was the 4th. Come the 4th now, they've woke me up and they said, we're going to move you to delivery suite, we're just going to pop your waters. As they've said they're going to pop my waters, I've just gone, oh my God, like, this is it. I'm going to have to call Kieran. So I called Kieran, he came, and they brought me up to the room at 9 in the morning. I think it was 7 in the morning. We started at 9. Nothing at 9. They tried to wait it out a bit longer. Nothing happened. So come 12 now, they said we're going to put the drip in your arm. So they put the drip like here in my arm, or like to the side, or was it here? It was somewhere. They put the drip in my arm, right? And they were monitoring me and obviously pushing the fluids to make my contractions go quicker. That's how it works, right? So they started that at like 12:30. Come around 6 o'clock now I'm feeling it, and now I'm like Daisy, yeah, like I'm a bit do you know what I mean? So I was on gas and air that whole 6 hours. So from 12 to 6, gas and air. From 6, I said, yo, give me the pethidine. Like, this is nuts. This is crazy. Give me something stronger. They gave me the pethidine in my leg. And then that didn't work. Another half an hour later, or it was an hour later, something like that. Half an hour later, they put it in my leg. It did not work. So in my birthing notes, I put specifically, do not give me the epidural unless I'm begging, because my mum scared me. My mum scared me. She said, yeah, the epidural hurts and it fucks up your back. Your back will be done. Say goodbye to your back. And I was scared of that happening. So I just said, cool, you know what? I'm going to firm it and just say yes to the epidural. But they wouldn't give it to me unless I was literally begging them, because that's what I put in my notes. I said, do not give it to me if I'm asking. I want you to be knowing that I'm in pain so you can give it to me. So I'm sitting there rocking back and forth. I'm like, please give me the epidural. Like, doctor, please give me the epidural. So they determined, yeah, cool, like, we're going to give it an epidural. 8:30, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for the... Nah, brother. That was some fuckery. I can't lie. Never, well, I say never again, but you're not about to find out. But yeah, nah. So I've taken the epidural now. And I've laid down. They've turned off the lights because they think I'm going to get some shut-eye. They think I'm going to go sleep. So I'm laying there. My mum's text Kieran telling him, oh, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go to the shops to get food. Do you want to come with me? Because he hadn't eaten. Either I hadn't eaten either, but I wasn't allowed to eat because of the drip. So he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to come. I'm just going to make sure Marley's asleep. So as he's leaving, I've said, Kieran, I need to push. He goes, Marley, no, like, you're only 2 centimeters. Like, you have not progressed. They're talking about taking you down to have a C-section because you have not progressed. And I said, no, Kieran, I need to push. Like, I need to push. And nobody is taking me seriously. You've got the training midwife next to me. You've got him telling me I don't need to push. Out of nowhere, I've just gone, like, I've started grunting proper and good. And I said to him, look, he's lifted up the blanket, like the little doctor blanket thing. He's looked and he's seen the head. And he told the midwife next to me, she's pressing the button. All these doctors are rushing in, like, kerfuffled. They're like, wait, what? Like, you were 2 centimeters. Like, they had no fucking clue. Like, they didn't know what was happening. So they were telling me to push when they said push, but my body was telling me to push when I wanted to push. So I know you're meant to listen to your midwife, innit? But I didn't. I just pushed. And then I think it took me 6 pushes and I got him out. And he was born on the 4th of June at 9:15 in the evening. But yeah, my little boy Caden, I love him so much. In total, it was 9 hours. I jumped from 2 to 10 centimeters in less than half an hour. And I tore. When I pushed him out from not listening to the doctor, I've actually torn my tuntun. I've torn it. But it's not like a bad tear. It's not a bad tear. It's like, it was only like 6 stitches, 9 stitches, but there's nothing else really to say apart from like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell for the next video, and stay tuned for another video. Bye, girlie.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby.